Hi there! This series attempts to explore the intricate allusions of the game Hellgate London. This time we go all the way back to ancient Greece. So this particular subject has been touched on by the original Hellgate London, but curiously it was also expanded in Hellgate Global. But since London was the foundation, let us begin with it. So London offers a distinct type of two-handed hunter weapons, namely Zeus rifles. Now, those rifles produce arcs of lightning, as would likely be expected, connecting their name to Zeus, the ancient Greek god of lightning and patriarch of the Olympian gods. Specifically, however, the game offers two unique versions of this weapon type, as well as one named, rare version of it, that all expand on this allusion. Zeus's fist is pretty straightforward. The name arcs back to the weapon type, essentially tying together the actual fist of Zeus and his lightning, as both symbolize might. Olympus Bolt continues the theme by alluding to the mythological residence of the Greek gods, Mount Olympus. Bolt reinforces the lightning theme as it is, after all, a tribute to Zeus. The other one may be of more analytical interest, however, namely Hera's lance. Now, in much the same way as Poseidon would often be depicted wielding his trident, Zeus was often imagined as wielding his lightning as one would wield a javelin or lance. This depiction has even survived in modern times, being present in such contemporary media as Disney's Hercules. Hera, however, was never traditionally depicted wielding a lance or similar weaponry, let alone one of lightning. She was, however, the wife of Zeus, so it may not be unsafe to assume that the name implies that she commands, or at the very least has control of, where Zeus directs his lightning. Lastly, the game also includes a unique version of a Nova gun, Hestia's Vision. Hestia was a lesser-known goddess by comparison, being the goddess of the hearth and domesticity. Her namesake weapon, then, deals fire damage in a circular pattern centered on the user. This may be a direct allusion to Hestia's symbol being the hearth, or to her fire being at times believed to be the center of the earth. Conversely, it could also be an indirect allusion to her being the one who, according to Homer, tends the house of Apollo, the sun god. Now, if I'm allowed some analytic liberty, perhaps the vision component of the name refers to how the weapon's attack spreads out, in the same way that the vision of a goddess would spread across creation. So that pretty much sums up Hellgate London. Global then saw fit to expand on this concept, providing new items that also paid tribute to ancient Greece. Atlas's burden was a hunter's shoulder piece. This is a very direct allusion to the mythological titan, Atlas, who was condemned to forever hold the sky on his shoulders. Then in terms of weapons, Global also offered Hecate's Storm and Hydra's Tentacle. Hecate is a relatively obscure goddess, so for the purposes of this analysis I will try to simplify her nature and accounts of her, down to what is relevant in this context. Hecate was notably honored by Hesiod in Theogony, revered as a cosmic deity that was associated with such concepts as death and resurrection. Thus it may stand to reason that the weapon deals fire damage. Hecate's nature perhaps warrants using fire as an element that has often been given cosmic attributes, and one of Hecate's symbol was a pair of torches. As for the storm component of the name, it's likely that it was just chosen for emphasis. Conversely, perhaps Theogony may provide an alternative source for it. So Theogony features Hecatonchires, giants of incredible strength who partook in the wars of the gods. Their name may imply some connection to Hecate, especially given that they were three, and Hecate was often depicted as a triple goddess, and they were described as giants of great storms and hurricanes. Lastly, Hydra's Tentacle is likely a direct allusion to Lerna Hydra. This beast was serpentine in nature, and in later versions of its story possessed notable regenerative powers. Appropriately, Hydra's Tentacle is of a weapon type that Hellgate names New Tentacles. So apart from the physical resemblance to the Hydra, the weapon had some notable properties. Armor, which was a very rare property to find on a weapon, a toxic nova, and points and skills that were new to Global, elemental fortitude and elemental revenge. The skills reinforced the illusion if only by name, as the mythological Hydra would exhibit great fortitude and respond with a regeneration of its heads as soon as they were cut off. The armor property reinforces this further, while the toxic nova may very well be a reference to the Hydra's poisonous breath. So that should be it. As always, thank you for watching.